Okay, so we were out of town for a couple of days and we've come back to this little problem. You can see down here we've got some stuff on the floor that has fallen. Unfortunately, water's always an interesting one. So you can see up here that the ceiling has obviously some water issues that have come up. So I'll do a different video on how to fix that, but first of all we got to fix the water. So you can see that problem will have to resolve, and then over here you can see where it's created some additional problems. You can see just some staining right there. So we're going to have to figure out how to get the staining squared away and get it removed also. So anyway, let's go look upstairs. Okay, so the generic problem here has to be either in the bathtub, which I don't think it is, or in the toilet bowl, which is where I do think it is. It's either one of two spots, right? So it's either sitting here where it connects and comes down, and that all appears to be fairly dry. I don't see any problems there. But if you notice right over here, we have a drip right here. Now that little guy has been creating some problems, obviously. There, it just dripped. I hope you saw that. And it's actually coming down here. You can see it leaking right there, right? So a whole bunch of water just came down right there. And as you run your finger across it, there's a bolt right there. And that bolt and the washer is what's leaking. Highlight where that drip is coming from. You see it right there, right? So I think we're okay here. I think we're not okay here. And obviously is the tank. Oh look, it's actually dripping right here too. So it's the washer on the inside all the way down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shut this water source off, because clearly that's going to create a problem. And then I'm going to flush the toilet. So as we look in here, obviously it's the bolt on the left. And so what we'll do is we'll grab a new washer, both from the bottom and the top, and then we'll replace it. So anyway, we'll see if we can't get that done. Okay, so first off, we just got this at Lowe's. It's just a replacement plumber's part. Nope, nothing too exciting there. Washers, so on and so forth. It's going to tell us, you know, how to basically put them together. So we're just going to replace the ones over there. Okay, so you can see that we've got this bolt here, and we've got this one here. So we're just gonna replace those, take them out, put them back in. The one that was leaking on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side, was actually just kind of loose. So we could have smashed it down, but it's been in there for a while. So we're just gonna replace them. Okay, so now that we've pulled the bolt out, right? So it's going to go bolt, metal washer, washer. And then we're going to put a washer against the tank, and then we put a hex nut on it to tighten it up so that it doesn't leak. And then we got an extra washer just because I want one. And that's going to go like that. And then with the other washer so that it looks like this, and then with a wing nut on the very bottom. So let's just kind of go through this and then you'll see how it works. So I'm going to take this back off again, and I'm going to take that off, and now I'm going to take my wrench, and you can either use a wrench or some other small, whatever you want to use, right? So we're just going to grab this so that when we go down through here, normally you'd do this without the two tanks being connected. So we're going to go like that first, get it through the washer. Okay, so as you can see, that's the tricky part right there. There's a washer and a hex bolt, and that hex bolt is tight so that it creates a seal up where the water is. And then down in here, you can see here that there's, can you see that? You can see we just put another washer, that's a spare washer, and then the wingtip there to tighten it up. So overall, it should be good. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the water on, and we're going to take a look here. So as we turn the water on, we shouldn't have any problems down in here. The float's down, the water's down. Once it fills up, then we'll check to see if we've got any leaks down in here, and I think we'll be okay. So again, what we're looking for is any leaks right there. Okay, so typically you'd take off this tank. You take off the tank here, because then you could tip the tank upside down and you could do all these nuts and screw everything on all really nicely. But what we had to do, because we didn't take the tank off, is we had to be super careful about getting in there with a pair of pliers and tightening that up and then finishing the rest of it. So that was a little trickier. Our paper's dry, we don't have any leaks, it's all fixed. There you go, good luck.